What's up, guys? Today let's take a look at how to defend the arm in guillotine from the close guard. Okay? As any defense in Jiu-Jitsu, it's important to know first how to attack so we have an idea, then we can reverse engineer and deny all the steps that he wants to accomplish. So to finish the arm in guillotine, he wants to, or any guillotine, he wants to drive my chin to my chest. Okay, so his forearm gets in between my chin and my chest. He crunches down, and he wants, for the arm in guillotine, he wants to curl his body in this way, bringing his elbow closer to his hip. So he's crunching to his side, and he's driving my chin to my chest. He wants to curl sideways, so the choking arm gets deeper around my neck. Okay? If he pulls straight, pulls the choke in a straight line towards the camera, his choking arm is going underneath my armpit. Okay, so he won't be able to finish. He wants to curl, so the choking arm goes deeper around my neck. Those are the basic mechanics of the finish. I want to do the opposite. Disconnect my chin from my chest, prevent him from curling. How do I do that? If he crunches my chin to my chest, one way to separate this is by tripoding, okay? I won't be able to separate my chin from my chest, but I will be able to separate my chest from my chin. So as he crunches, I tripod, my chest just went away from my chin, a few inches, which is enough to save me here. If I'm on my knees, my chin goes closer to my chest. Okay? The more parallel I am to the ground, the more my chin gets close to my chest. So I want to tripod. That's one thing. I want to walk now. Since he's curling this way, I want to walk my feet this way. So he separates his elbow from his hip. Okay? The more I walk my feet this way, the more his elbow gets closer to his hip. Crunching here. I want to walk my feet this way as I tripod. He gets the guillotine. This shoulder here is touching his chest. This arm is in between his arms, okay? So I want to put all my weight on this shoulder in order to tripod, and I'm going to walk my feet in this direction here. Take a look. All my shoulder on him. I walk into this direction, moving the guy this way, putting him on this hip. Now he tries to crunch. It's very hard. Okay? I'm basically making his body curl in this way instead of this way. Right? When I tripod and walk to this side, it opens up his elbow, disconnect his elbow from his hip. Alright, so we're here again. There is one more piece that we're gonna throw there. He goes for the guillotine. He wants to crunch this way. My left shoulder on him, I walk to this side. Okay? See that when he curls his body, curl down. Kind of, his upper torso goes this way, his hips go that way. Alright, so I want to block this hip here somehow. So he doesn't keep shooting his hips this way. I'm going to block with my arm. My arm I'm going to control here on the inside of my leg, so my forearm runs against his hip. He goes for the finish again. My hand controls my inner thigh, blocking his hip. Control. I walk. He tries to curl this way. It's hard because he cannot shoot his hips that way. Try to move your hips here. It's hard. Okay? So I'm blocking his hip. I'm on my shoulder into this tripod position, disconnecting my chin from my chest. Okay? That's the defense. Now, if I'm a little late, my chin is already connecting to my chest, I feel that I'm doing everything right, and I'm still getting crunched here. Okay? Then I'm gonna try to create a frame here. I'm here, everything is nice, but he's still crunched. I can't maintain this posture with my neck for any reason. Maybe the guy is too strong, I was a little too late, I'm already crunched. Okay? What I'm gonna do is bring this knee as high as I can. I connect my elbow to my knee and I connect my hand to my forehead. Now he tries to crunch. My head doesn't move. Right? Because I have a structure here. He tries to crunch. He can't go. Okay? Now try putting up always, of course, on my feet. My knees are off the mat. I'm here. Okay? All my toes drive my shoulder. Okay, always use this frame. Bring this leg higher. Frame, frame. He cannot drive my head now in. He cannot crunch my neck, driving my chin to my chest. He gets the guillotine. My arm here could also sometimes just hug around his hip here, around his lower back. Because when he goes for the finish, I'm also blocking his hip. Try to shoot your hip that way. It's very hard. Okay? Could be like this if my arm was already here. Or I control the inside of my leg, which my forearm runs against his hip. I walk my feet this way. I have a nice posture. He tries to crunch. If he overpowers, connect my forehead here to my hand that goes against my knee, against my elbow. Right? Creating this structure here. He finishes. It's very hard. Okay? Also, because my elbow is connected to my knee, and this leg is up. Right? Because this knee is up, he might feel that he wants to throw a butterfly hook there. Right? Throw the butterfly? Yes. He might sweep me this way. But if my elbow is connected to my knee, he's trapping his leg. Okay? He cannot move that butterfly in trying to sweep me. I know a lot of people, they teach, try putting up not with an angle, right? What we are doing here is going to my shoulder. And I facing my chest up. My hips are facing up. I prefer like this. Now, a lot of people, they tripod up straight. Shoulders parallel to the mat. So tripod up like this. Okay? Which is another way of doing. If I bring my hips all the way high, I put a lot of weight on my head against the ground. He tries to drive my chin to my chest. It's harder because my head is bracing against the mat. Okay? Harder for him also to generate power with his hips. If my hips all the way up. Okay? That's a good way to defend too. I just prefer the other way because I keep my head off the mat. Because if it's outside of the gym, I don't want my head getting dragged on the concrete or something. So I prefer this than having my head down, but having your head down is another way also to defend this. Alright? Thank you.